All right, legends. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Just a quick little update here on the price of Bitcoin. And this is going to be a short little update because later on, I'm planning to do a late night live stream. So this is just going to be a little bit of a quick update. And then later on in the live stream, I will jump into the smaller time frames where we can make sense of what the local structures presents from a day trading perspective. But for now, let's kick off the analysis. Remember to smash up that like button if you haven't done so already. Let's get the party on the road. And the first thing I would like to discuss is this little trend that's running here to the downside. Okay, so I've snapped on a little ray using my magnet, and as you can see, price has broken out. Okay, so using the regular scale, there's a chance that price could continue momentum here to the upside. Remember, for the bulls, market structure needs to change. We have a high, the price has created a high over here, and for the bulls to take control, this is the most important high that needs to be taken, because that's the retracement that provides the opportunity, because each impulse has to correct itself. What is interesting about this ray to the upside is when I change to the logarithmic, you can see that price has only recently broken out. Okay, let me just switch the magnet off, and it's done a beautiful retest. So that is the low that should not be claimed for the bulls to gain momentum to the upside. That is most probably the most important low, because you can also see inside of the structure, you have a low, and I'm just looking at this recent move here to the upside. You have higher lows all the way to the upside. Price has created higher lows. So local market structure is to the upside, and price has created higher highs. So you can see why this low for continued momentum to the upside should not be claimed. So what the bulls would like to see is for perhaps this local structure has finished pushing to the upside. You want to see a correction and then continuation to the upside. Okay, also let me just change this back to regular scale. You can see when I take a fib from this pivot high that price created here on the 14th of January to the low that price created, drag it across, you can see where price is currently struggling to break through. And something interesting to point out is when the 0.382 got claimed for the first time, the price got a massive rejection to the downside, which provided an awesome shorting opportunity. And now you can see that price is struggling by the 0.5 Fibonacci. So there's a chance that price could correct, still form a higher low, and continue momentum up until it reaches the 0.618, which definitely then becomes a profit-taking area if you do attempt longs in this little zone. Okay, so the next area from a Fibonacci perspective where price can definitely hit a little bit of resistance inside of this order block is the 0.618. Okay, a little bit further up, you can see the underbelly resistance at the 0.7, and then you have this consolidation area together with the 0.786. And you all know how much I love these Fibonacci levels because they do get respected, especially on the higher time frames. Also, what I like to use is a trend-based fib extension. Okay, and I've taken a trend-based fib extension. It's basically your second option on this menu bar, and I've taken a trend-based fib extension from the low to the high of the structure to the low of the structure, and then you have your levels here to the upside. Okay, interesting to note that every time price hits one of those levels, it gets a rejection, and at some point price could hit one of those levels and get a nice deeper correction to the downside. You can see when price hit the 0.7, it got a nice little rejection to the downside. It struggled to break through the 0.78 level, so a little bit further to the upside, which is also the underbelly resistance with these lows and that consolidation area, you have the 1-to-1 extension. And the reason the 1-to-1 extension is so significant is because most often in corrective structures, it is a very common target for a three-wave structure. And you might be asking, what do I mean by a three-wave structure? Well, you can see with the momentum since the all-time high to the downside, you have price has aggressive momentum to the downside, and it always corrects in a three-wave structure. 1, 2, 3. It continues momentum to the downside. And when you zoom into the smaller time frames, you will also see each little bounce to the upside is a three-wave structure. So momentum can continue to the downside as long as the corrective structures are three-wave structures. So price is still in a very dangerous zone because you can see with this consolidation area, beautiful three-wave structure, which actually rejected at the 0.7. Okay. For now, this structure is also still a three-wave structure. It could hit the one-to-one extension and reject and take the lows once again, like price has been doing all the way since the momentum here from the upside. So when price, basically in a nutshell, is trending in a specific direction, it will always correct in three-wave structures and continue in that direction. So for the bulls, they have their work cut out for them. They want to see continuation to the upside, but most importantly, this structure needs to change into a five-wave structure. That is where the retracement becomes interesting to join the next move back to the upside, because then price needs to correct down in a three-wave structure and then continue back up from an impulsive perspective. Technically, you can see that the bulls still have a lot of work cut out for them. Okay, so I will now zoom into this little local structure that is formed here to the upside and see, well, what are the possibilities and the invalidations for the scenarios that I'm currently keeping an eye on. For now, purely based on technical analysis, momentum is still to the downside and the corrections are to the upside. And the bulls needs to change the three-wave structures into five-wave structures for us to reverse the price of Bitcoin, or to give it a higher probability that the price could potentially be turning around. Okay, and for now, this is still a three-wave structure, which means that the 60K low still has a high probability of being claimed regardless of how high this three-wave structure goes to the upside. As long as the structure remains a three-wave structure, even if it claims the high, it still has the potential to claim the low. The bulls has to see a five-wave structure to the upside. Okay, so now let's dive into the smaller time frame. And I'm going to go here onto the 2-hour time frame and just look at this structure that is now formed here to the upside. So I'm going to keep it extremely simple over here. Okay, and there are basically always, for me as a technical analyst, there's always a bullish and a bearish case scenario. I have to focus on both sides of the token because I cannot have one directional bias and I didn't see something else that could potentially play out over here. So two of the scenarios that I would like to discuss. First up is that this structure to the upside is gaining momentum. Okay, and it has a clear invalidation, right? So invalidation is claiming that low that I've highlighted on the higher time frame as well. Okay, let's make that red so we know that that is the invalidation for this scenario. Internally, the structure has already formed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure to the upside, which I can label a wave 1. It has formed a 3-wave corrective structure, which I can label a wave 2. That is why this becomes the invalidation for the scenario. And for the bulls, they want to see continuation to the upside to create an explosive 3rd wave. Okay, invalidation for this scenario is claiming the low. So internally in this local structure, okay, which I'll get to later on in the live stream, you also want to count 5-wave structures to the upside. So what is now important for the bulls is to create a 3-wave corrective structure, not claim the low for continuation to the upside. And this could get really punchy to the upside, smashing through some of those higher time frame levels like a hot knife through butter, because you want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave structure to the upside to complete an impulse. Worst case scenario is price needs to form at least an ABC to the upside, where this basically becomes your wave A, this becomes your wave B, and now price could potentially be forming an impulse for a C wave to the upside, and that becomes C. Inside of your C wave, you have to see 5-wave structures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for me, that presents a shorting opportunity depending on how aggressive price gets here to the upside, the levels of resistance that I'll obviously help the community identify as well, where I will be looking for a shorting opportunity. But for the moment, this is the most bullish case scenario that I have. Okay, I know that some of the technical or Elliotticians will tell me, Devil, there's also the possibility for nested 1-2s here to the upside. Yes, it could be the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2, another 1, 2, and then it absolutely explodes to the upside. But the directional bias is the same. The invalidation is the same. It is just how price is going to get there that will be different. And this is obviously where I will analyze the price together with the community to identify those trading setups. Obviously, guys, you know me and my Fibonacci levels, because they get so well respected. I will be keeping an eye on these levels to the upside for potential swing failure patterns and day trades that could turn into swing trades. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply sharing with you how I approach the markets with great risk management, and that's also where I keep the community up to date. Also, remember, if you want to be part of the community, because that is where I keep everyone up to date, especially on the smaller time frames in terms of different scenarios that could unfold, some of my invalidations when I enter trades. I'm simply just sharing what I do from a trading perspective. Okay. And you can see this morning in the Telegram community, I've already shared a couple of updates. Shorting level, first post that I made this morning, and that's also where I jumped into the short. Just say that, guys, just hit the 0.618 potential shorting opportunity, and that is for now exactly where price got rejected. So this morning I jumped into that short, currently still in that short. Remember, I will obviously keep the community up to date, myself and Andy. If you want to be part of the community, DM me the word access or write me the word access. There's my Telegram. Sign up with one of the exchanges, make a minimum deposit, and we will give you access into the community. I got stopped out of my long that I took on Friday with some nice little profits, and now I'm currently here in this little short because, as you can see, with these little peaks that run to the upside, there's usually a nice little rejection which I can take advantage of and bank those little profits. You make another peak, it falls to the downside. A double peak, it fell to the downside. This is the potential where price could roll down a little bit further, potentially create the higher low for continuation, or start correcting this entire structure, which is the next scenario that I'm going to discuss now. Let's take the scenario out the way, and now let's discuss, well, what is the bearish case scenario, which could potentially still turn out to be bullish, because this scenario can play out in two ways. I know that the counts that I have here could look very confusing, but you can also see, okay, using a different Fib extension where price got rejected this morning at the 1.236, basically taking a Fibonacci from the high of 3 to the low of 4, and then it gives you your targets for a fifth wave to the upside, and that is also where I attempted the short this morning. Okay, but in this scenario, I can already see 5 waves to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth wave did reject at a fifth wave target. So best case scenario is that price forms a 3-wave corrective structure. It creates the higher low for continuation back to the upside, where this entire structure basically becomes a wave 1. Then you have your wave 2, and it goes up for a third explosive or a C wave to the upside, where this can also be a wave A, that can be a wave B. But basically, whether this is a third wave or a C wave, I actually don't care, because they are usually both explosive waves with a lot of volume behind them. So this is potentially the shorting opportunity for a deeper correction. Remember, if price does not correct in a 3-wave structure, and there's still a lot that needs to happen here, and I'll keep the community up to date, and it forms a 5-wave structure to the downside, it does increase the probabilities to take the low and then potentially even claim that $60,000 zone. Right, but that's what we need to analyze together. So in this scenario, okay, I can already see 5 waves to the upside. The fourth wave did not tap the bottom of the channel, something that I often highlight inside of my live streams as well. So there is now the potential for a larger corrective structure, which now needs to either correct this impulse, or this was a C wave to the upside, where price has now basically formed an A, a B, a C, and it forms impulses to the downside to go and take the low. Okay, and this is why it was also so important for me to look for a short inside of this zone, because I know that this little scalp trade that I entered this morning has the potential to fall aggressively to the downside. So here on the higher time frame, these are basically the scenarios that I'm watching at the moment. Remember, most bullish case scenario, invalidation should not be claimed, where price has basically formed a 1, 2, and you want to see continuation to the upside. So for me, the scenario has a clear invalidation. Worst case scenario is that the impulse finished at this high, and now this entire structure needs to correct itself for continuation. Worst case scenario is price forms a 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correction up, continuation to the downside. Remember, I will obviously keep the community up to date, myself and Andy. If you want to be part of the community, DM me the word access or write me the word access. There's my Telegram. Sign up with one of the exchanges, make a minimum deposit, and we will give you access into the community. I hope you've enjoyed the update. I will see you all a little bit later for a late night live stream. Have yourselves an amazing day until the next one. Cheers for now.